Hi, boys and girls. Welcome back to Miss M's Distance Learning for Enrichment. Today, we're going to be coloring this big, beautiful blue squid. He's a giant squid from the story, I'm the Biggest Thing in the Ocean by Kevin Sherry. You'll be reading this book in class with Ms. Lane. Giant squids, or squids in general, are called cephalopods. They have 8 arms. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 very long tentacles. 1, 2. Let's get started. First, we'll need a sharp pencil, an eraser, a blank sheet of paper, and the 2 colors we're going to be working with today are black and a blue pencil. Now in my drawing I did use a marking pen, but I wanted to try it out with the blue pencil and see what it would look like. First thing we're going to do is place a dot at the top, and we're going to make 3 dots kind of in the shape of a triangle. And if we draw an imaginary line, we can see that we have a triangle. So at the very top of this tip of the triangle, I'm going to draw outward to a curve to this point over here. And we're going to come down and around with just a slight curve. We're going to do the same thing on this side, but we're going to kind of break it up a little bit. So we're going to start down with a slight triangle, and about a little more than halfway, we're going to come up and then in, kind of like a crescent moon, but we're not going to come all the way to the end, and then we're going to draw down. This is the shape of the head of our blue giant squid. Now we have a line we can draw here very lightly. We don't need to color it in too dark. The next thing we're going to do is make 1 circle and a small circle inside, and then come across, and on the outside we're going to make a bubble eye. A bubble eye is something that sticks out. So we're going to make a big circle. It's not a complete circle, but if we kind of went around and did that, it would be a complete circle, but we're not doing a complete circle. Next, we'll be creating some squiggle arms. How many arms are we going to be doing? If you said 8, that's right. So on the side over here where we're going to start at this point at the bottom of our triangle, we're going to come up just a little bit, and we're going to draw a squiggle arm and come up about as high as where his eyes are, and then bring it back down. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to come and squiggle, squiggle, squiggle about as high as his eye, and then come back down. I'm not connecting it to anything because this needs to be open. Now we're going to make another arm, and we're going to squiggle down and then come up, and we're going to come back on the other side, and we're going to squiggle down, and we're going to squiggle back up. We're going to make a dot right in the middle, and then we're going to come down from one point of that dot, and then down from the other point of that dot. And then on each side, I'm going to put another little dot, and we're going to come back up, and we're going to stop. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to squiggle all the way up and stop. Now I've got some extra space here. What do you think we can put in there? I know we have 2 arms on each side. We still need to put 2 more arms in. So we'll come back up to this arm top right here, and we'll squiggle it around and come right up there. How about doing the same thing on the other side? I'm going to curve mine all the way up and then come back. Actually, Miss M made a boo-boo, but that's okay. That's why we have erasers. So we'll start down leave a point, come back up here and squiggle and draw to that point. That'll be the easiest way to do it. How many arms do we have so far? 1, 2, 3 on this side, and 1, 2, 3 on this side. We need one more arm. So I'm just going to make one kind of look like it's coming behind. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now we have 8 arms. All right, now we're going to come through and make sure we've erased all our little light lines that we don't need, because we don't want to accidentally color back over the tops of these. Okay, we're going to take our black pencil or marking pen and draw it all the way around. Now the reason I had you draw this mouth this way, and if you see that the top part here is farther out than this part, well, squids have what we call a beak. And the beak is what they use to eat their fish or their shrimp or prey. It helps them tear it apart into smaller pieces so they can eat it. And then we're just going to continue coloring in our legs. I'm coloring all the front ones first. And if you see here, we're not going through, we're going to skip over. You know, and you can make all your legs straight down if you want to. That's totally up to you. And then we're going to do the long tentacle. Oh, and it looks like I missed a step. But we can resolve that right now, because right here, we're going to make a heart. And we're going to make a heart in between that side too. See, we resolved the issue. All right, let's continue on with our tentacles. Well, I have a very interesting fact about squid that I did not know or just forgot. But they actually have 3 hearts. 3 hearts. Can you imagine that? We don't have 3 hearts. We only have 1. They have 2 smaller hearts that they use to work their gills to help them get oxygen into their body. And the main heart that they have is what brings blood circulating through the body. So 2 hearts are for the oxygen and 1 heart is for the blood. Where our 1 heart has 4 chambers, so they do all of it all in one. Now I'm erasing all my pencil marks. And there's our squid. Now the fun part comes where we get to color him in. And I'm using my blue pencil. Try as hard as you can to stay inside of your lines. That's kind of why we do the marker first. It helps you see where all of that's supposed to go. And don't press too hard with your pencil. You can always go back over and add more color where you need it. I'm starting off with his tentacles first. So I have another interesting fact that I learned about cephalopods or squids. And that's that their blood is blue, not like our blood. Our blood is blue on the inside, but when we bleed, when oxygen hits it, it turns red. Squid's blood, when they get cut or they bleed, it's blue. It's not red like ours. That's really interesting. They also have ink in their body that most of them, that they can use to push out and make a cloud of black ink. And that scares predators away. Squids are also a delicacy for meals. People like to eat squid. And in Spanish, squid is called calamari. So we call the dish that we eat of squid calamari. How are we doing so far, kiddos? And just remember, if you get a little bit behind, that's okay. All you have to do is stop this video so that you can catch up. Now I'm coming around to the tentacle, and we're coloring all the way down. And if your hands get tired, like mine's starting to do, you can just take a little rest and then come back and finish up. So, did you learn anything interesting today about squids? I sure did. They're really kind of fun to watch in the ocean. There's a lot of different types, and they're so beautiful and colorful. When they lay their eggs for their babies, once they're laid, they make sure they lay them in crevices of rocks and things like that so other predators can't get them, because they don't stick around to protect their eggs like chickens do, or birds, or any other creatures that might have eggs and they want to take care of their babies. Squid don't take care of their babies. They just lay their eggs and then they take off. So they're kind of there to fend for themselves, which we as people, we don't like to do that. We don't want to have little ones fend for themselves. All right, we're just about finished now with coloring up these legs. Oh, did you hear what I said? I called them legs. They're not legs. They are arms. Arms. Squid has arms. All right. Now we can color the top. Take your time. You don't have to hurry. This is for demonstration purposes, so I'm probably going a little faster than I would like to. But I just want you to remember that drawing should be fun. It should not be anything that upsets or frustrates you. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. You can erase it, or if you can't erase it, you can always start over with a new sheet of paper. Practice, practice, practice makes perfect for better drawers. I love to draw. I draw a lot. All right, look at that. We are finished with our I'm the Biggest Thing in the Ocean Giant Squid by Kevin Sherry. Thank you, boys and girls, for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I hope to see you again later. Take care and stay healthy. Bye-bye.